What's up guys, this is Astranox, showcase of buffed up Maid Chloe. She was buffed and she is amazing now. Skill 3 removes the first 2 debuffs that was applied on your whole team. Amazing stuff. And then you get attack buff and revive buff. If they're down, if they're dead, they get revived with 20% HP. You can do so many great things with that. The passive is healing the 2 lowest HP allies on the team, and it scales based on her own maximum health. You also get 20% effect resistance for your whole team, including herself. And I have her on Shimaja's staff, so that's another 20% effect resistance. 40% effect resistance for the whole team, and I've built her with very high effect resistance. Skill 1 has 40% chance to stun, and if they're stunned, if they get stunned or if they were stunned before, at the end of that, she boosts the combat treeness of everyone on the team by 15%. You can soul burn her skill 1 to get an extra turn, so you could do skill 1, skill 1, skill 1 into skill 3, like so many different things that you can do with this hero. And I have her with 227 speed, effect resistance at 178. So 40% more, that's a 218% effect resistance. It's been working really well for me. It really depends who you are fighting, but you can always have more effect resistance. It depends how much effectiveness the opponent has. So the higher your leagues, the more that you will need. So she's been working really well like that. Her survivability has been fine so far, and I've been trying her out in different team compositions. And I will try her in RTA and in Guild War as well, so stay tuned for those videos. So she can definitely be paired with a lot of different heroes. Like you could have her with some squishier heroes with a low amount of health, and you can also have her with a hero with very high amount of defense and still not that much health, but they still have a very high amount of effective health, right? So she's gonna heal them and they're gonna stay in the battle for much longer. So in this battle, RB just got clapped. He came back, no greater attack buff. Of course, who cares? Seaside Bellona, not even on Riengar special drink. I'll show you guys my stats of the other heroes that I used with Maid Chloe at the end of the video. So check that out if you're curious. And she's actually really good when you pair her with Crow, because if Crow goes down, you can have the revive buff on himself, or you could, maybe he went down before you even use the skill number 3, so you could bring him back with 20% HP, and then of course he's gonna do the horse, and well, we all know how deadly that is. So yeah, she's sort of like a fail-safe in that department. And also, let's see the healing here real quick. So you can see that, okay, it's not the greatest because I don't know how much damage we actually took. The whole team was not able to survive the whole battle, right? Like Crow went down real fast, and then RB got clapped twice, so she didn't have time to actually heal. But in other battles, you will see her healing for more. And I really like the fact that now her passive is healing the 2 lowest allies on the team, because before it was herself plus 1 ally with the lowest health. So now, I mean, like, it's just great. Now she just healed ML Ken and Adventure Ras, and yeah, you will see the healing throughout the battle. I really love the number when there's no health memory imprint. She's healing for like 2999. It reminds me of, like, you know, RPG game like Final Fantasy. I mean, yeah, 9999. I just like the number. It just looks good. So yeah, Maid Chloe, the stun on skill 1, 40% chance, pretty reliable. I tried to build some effectiveness on her. I have her on speed hit set because I was able to still reach like over 200% effect resistance. So I'm okay with going with a hit set. I mean, you could build her on speed immunity initially. It really depends like what you're trying to pump up. Like, do you want more survivability on her? Do you care a lot about turn 1? Maybe the rest of your team is very fast, so you're gonna have to, you know, have a lot of speed on her, and maybe you don't have stats left for like pushing her effect resistance in like the 150-200% up number. So maybe you want to, you know, not have that and have super high speed and a good balance. Well, you kind of want a lot of health on her to boost her healing, but let's say the battle will happen like really fast, so you probably want her to stay alive to be able to at least do her skill number 3. So you will need a mix of health and defense on immunity. If you don't get stripped, let's say in RTA you ban like their Ceres, and they don't have another hero that can remove immunity, something like that. So she'll be safe. Maybe the rest of your team gets slaughtered, you lose one or two hero, or maybe all three beside herself, and then you use the skill 3, and that's another chance for you. And I've actually lost when I was doing like cleaving or single target burst. I've lost to some players using Maid Chloe before she even got buffed. So now can you imagine how much stronger she actually is? All the new stuff that she brings to the table, you know, that CR pushing on skill 1 when the target is stunned, that can make up for some crazy stuff. Like you could have her on a counter set, and well, I don't have the gear for that, but if I did, I would try her on that. So counter set could definitely be very interesting. I mean, you don't need to go with like a Shimaja staff, but it does sound nice, like to have 40% effect resistance from her passive and Shimaja staff for the whole team, including herself. You can definitely resist quite a few of those debuffs from heroes that don't have much effectiveness built at all. Here you can see her sustain was not too bad, right? But it adds up. Like, it's not only herself in that battle, like it's just a team effort, and she does her job well. Like if they're landing a bunch of deep, like here, she didn't get the, you know, they need to strip, and then they need Fairy Tail Tenebria to go. If she's not dealing with the barrier of Fallen Cecilia, doesn't deal enough damage to break it, and then strip the immunity. Like you need someone to strip, but still, like she will dispel this Arbiter Vildred. Look, it's beautiful. Look at this Arbiter Vildred. You got clap. That's it. That's what you get. Let's all get Arbiter Vildred from that free ML 5-star we're gonna get, and then this type of stuff will happen sometimes. But it's okay. RB is still OP. He's still OP. You can just tank so many things in this game, and I love to stack multiple layers of protection. And of course, this is a support hero, so I have to bring various damage dealers. You know, my ML Ken, so like a bruiser build, like he's got a decent amount of health and defense. Alencia, very tanky, and I got my defense buff. I got my Aureus maxed out. I got barrier from Fallen CC. Like I love to have all these tools at my disposal, all these layers of protection, allowing me to stay on the battlefield longer, and I can make good use of that, like healing from Maid Chloe. And if I do get the CR push from the skill 1, if the target gets stunned, well, so be it. But I'm not relying on that by any mean. The attack buff is, of course, reliable. If she's on a high effect resistant build, she's not gonna get crippled, you know, silenced, stunned, none of that. So she can just go ahead and do her job, and removing the two first debuffs that were applied on every hero on the team is extremely powerful. And I love the, you know, the two side of it, right? Like if the skill 3, if they're all alive, or one's dead, like, let's say they're all alive, right? You know for sure if there's no unable to be buff debuff, which there's a good chance you're gonna remove if it was applied on you. If it's not there, and you're just gonna apply that attack buff and that revive buff. Very good stuff right there. But if they're dead, there's also the option of bringing them back to life with 20% HP, and that is huge, guys. Like imagine, like I don't have Spectre Tenebria to showcase that for you guys, but like herself with Spectre Tenebria could be an amazing combo, like in RT, I mean everywhere basically. Like that could be really powerful, because they need to deal with Maid Chloe, and if they don't have enough burst damage, the sustain here, yeah, I mean, it's lower than the rest of the team. Shimaja staff even boosting the healing of ML Ken. That's pretty crazy. But yes, if... kind of lost my train of thought there. But yeah, like, her kit is really amazing. And the fact that she applies the revive buff or straight up revives them is great. And you can definitely like pair her with so many different heroes. With Spectre Tenebria, like I was talking about, like she gets attack buff, that's Spectre Tenebria, right? You got the revive buff. So if they're not able to take her out with you know, a bunch of AoE damage straight off the bat, or I mean you're gonna need some really hard hitting one-shot hero, like one hero that cleave and one tap Spectre Tenebria. If you have Aureus, especially like Fallen CC was let through, right? There's a barrier on your Spectre Tenebria, and let's say you have Adamant Shield, or you got defense buff, like Spectre Tenebria is gonna be safe, and like they're gonna sort of like chip away at her with whatever little AoE damage that they might have, and Maid Chloe is gonna be able to keep her alive, keep her in play with that attack buff, the 3-turn attack buff. And if she goes down later down the line, maybe you just bring her back with revive. Maybe it was on cooldown, she went down already, and you just gotta maybe soul burn the skill 1 to you know cycle her skill 3 faster, And also you can use your souls to do that and land some stun. Maybe it's more reliable. Maybe the first one didn't land. Then you try again with the soul burn. You skill one, and then you do land the stun. You get the CR push, and then like a stun is very, very powerful, right? And then at the same time you were able to cycle that skill 3 faster. Maybe now the next turn it's up, and then you do the revive. Maybe Maid's the last one standing, and then you just bring the whole team back up, and they only have like 1 or 2 hero left. I mean, that's it. That's game most of the time, right? So I really love these type of things, these type of scenarios, and sometimes you can pick her against like the right team, and if they don't have any sustain, stuff like that can just happen, right? If she stays alive. So here, of course, Fallen Cecilia with the initial barrier was just crazy sustain. But if the battle drags on, of course, Maid Chloe would have more sustain, especially if the heroes on your team are taking enough damage for her to actually heal them, right? So these are my stats, and really love the performance of Maid Chloe. Can't wait to try her in Guild War and RT, so stay tuned for that, guys. If you're looking for an emulator to play Apex 7 on your computer or other mobile game, the one that I use personally is in the description of the video with the instruction on how to install it properly. That's going to be it for this one. I'm Astranox. Good luck with all you do. Peace out for now.